Welcome to Conversations with Nisha, where we dive into the heart of what matters most: love, self healing, relationships, and personal growth. Join me as we explore the complexities of trauma, self esteem, and the intricacies of relationships between men, women, and the journey of motherhood. Let's have a real, honest conversation that inspires and heals and empower. I am your host, Nisha. Welcome to my love tribe. Y'all already know what's going on. Y'all already know I got another story to tell because I like to speak from my current experiences and my previous or past experiences. And come on this round. So y'all, baby, I had to put my feet up for this one. No, but for real. So um I haven't been on here in a good minute, and life has been lifing. I've been doing a few things. I moved, trying to get some stuff together still. But so let's talk about this crazy, crazy love life of mine. Because baby, it's a mess. Excuse me, still. But before I jump into that, I do want to show y'all a little something, something. So this here is a card game. I actually got it on Amazon. It's a card game, and it's by the Skin Deep. Um, this in particular edition is healing. This is the healing edition with conversations. So I'm, I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I don't have an extra person to play with. But I think I'm going to say a few little, I'm gonna read a little something, probably towards the end after I tell my story. But I kind of skimmed through it when it came, and I definitely like it. I think it's great. Um, it's a great way to just say with if you're in a relationship and you all are trying to get to like the deep rooted conversations with each other. I think this would be a great um card game to play with one another if you're in a relationship. Also friendships, because a lot of things that they have, a lot of questions that they have in here is pertaining to just in general as well. But they can put you can put relationship after, or you can put it for a relationship or a friendship or just something in general. But this is a really good. This is really good, y'all. And I actually first saw it on B Simone podcast when her and her ex friend were still cool. Megan, I think her name Megan. But I saw it on there, and they had a few cards, and I was like, "Wow!" But this was way before I even thought about having. Well, I'm not gonna say thought about, but way before I even decided to go ahead and do my podcast. So, but yeah, I had to turn the light on. But yeah, so this is a good one, and I definitely recommend this for anybody who would like to get it. Man, that light bright, can't even see it now. But yeah, so let me go ahead and dive into the thought of what matters. Listen, y'all already know I'm a lover's girl at heart. No secrets. Y'all already know that I'm, I'm, I want to find love, or I want love to find me. However you want to put it. I just want love to come, baby, with open arms. So I definitely find myself doubling back to old situations that some are no good for me, and possibly, well, just probably one. I don't know if it is or if it isn't. But I'm a spin the blocker, a double backer. I'm one of those, and I probably should stop. To be honest, uh, the reason why we broke up in the first place. Um, but this one in particular person, y'all know I won't say no name. because that's not my style. He watches my podcast just like many other people. Y'all, real quick, let me do detour real quick. Y'all, it's been so many people coming up to me talking about how they like my podcast, how they like what I talk about, how I'm inspiring to them, and just a whole lot of things. And the thing that caught my attention the most is majority of those people are men. When I say I was shocked about that, like real talk, baby, I was shocked because I'm like, you would think since I'm a woman and I speak from a woman's perspective that I would have an audience of more women. No, ma'am. No Pam, no ham, baby. It's the men. Y'all men. Appreciate y'all. Real bad. How my daughter be doing. I guess that's like that tea, whatever. Anyway. But yeah, so it's mostly men. And y'all, my black kings. When I say I am beyond grateful that y'all watch me like this, that y'all think I'm cool and I'm funny, that y'all like my personality. You hear me, like I'm messing with y'all for real. Like I really appreciate that. And I really just be speaking on my own personal experiences, like for real. Like I just be speaking on what I feel, what I've been through. All the stuff that I endured and my take on it and everything, and for y'all to really sit up here and watch, because I talk about men a lot, and I don't bash men. I just, like I said, just talk about my experience with the men that I've dated, and the fact that y'all can watch this shit through with me is just it's heartwarming. Like I appreciate y'all on a high scale, like real talk, for real, I really do. But let's go back to my story at hand. So I'm not gonna say I reconnected because we never just completely stopped talking. The person that I'm speaking about, the person that I'm speaking about, we've never stopped just completely talking. Like we probably stopped talking. Oh, my little camera move. Hold up. Okay, we'll probably stop talking. We've probably stopped talking only like a couple months or something like that. But it's always love. It's always, he hit me up checking in or whatever, or just to see how I'm doing and vice versa. And I'm not gonna lie, he hit me up more than I hit him up or whatever. And a lot of that has to do with because I try to. I'm not gonna say bury my feelings. I try to protect my feelings, if that makes sense, because he is the only person that I have ever dated that made me feel like he was extremely genuine. He was really all for me when we was together. He was, I don't want to say obsessed, but fuck it. Like it is what it is. He was all for you, girl. And I just loved that for me. And I was so happy um to experience a lot of things that we have experienced there. We went on so many trips together, first of all, and I had a ball. He was definitely fun. He fit in with my family. He fit in with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like overall cool dude. And I respect him. Now that I got all that out the way. So I decided to spend a block. Now, I I probably shouldn't have, to be honest, but I got a soft spot for him. I've always had a soft spot for him. I just felt like we were in two different spaces, and he had to grow from a lot of things, and so did I. And our relationship just didn't survive during the times of our growth, and I would find myself being mean at times to him because I was unsure about my feelings at those times. And I'm not saying it was right or that's a great excuse because, it is what it is. But He's just always been a good person. And I hit him up like a week ago. And when I hit him up, I was like, I wanted to talk to you about something. Now he don't work too far from where I stay, so um and plus he used to coming over anyway because his ass, when I was staying in my other house, his ass will pop up. He'd be riding down the street sometime, or he'll just pop up and just check on me. So it was always appreciated. It was always love. But he ended up coming over because I did hit him up and told him I wanted to talk about something. Um, and it gave me an opportunity to kind of express myself. And it's just like, when you have in your mind before that person make it to you, it's like, I know everything I'm going to say. I know how everything is going to be laid out. I know how I'm going to articulate my words and all that. It's like when he got in front of me, I just kind of froze. So it was, I don't know. I kind of froze up a little bit. And things didn't come out the way I envisioned it in my mind. But, hey, he here, so let me go on and say it the best way I can say it. So that's definitely what I did. Um, Plot twist though. So he just recently had a baby. Now, before y'all judge me, judge your mama. But he just recently had a baby, and I was trying to see, like, before I make my next move, what I needed to ask him. What is the um what is the situation between him and his new baby mama? Like, are y'all together? Because if y'all together, I don't want to step on no toes. I don't want to intervene. I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to be in the midst of nothing toxic or me being the reason somebody else didn't work out. Because I've been her, and I've been her saying, like, I've been the person whose relationship was interrupted by somebody else. But yeah, I didn't want to do that. So I talked to him about that, and he was telling me what their situation were, or was, or whatnot. And I'm not gonna go into detail on that, but long story short, he said they wasn't together, and um, they started to be before she got pregnant, and it didn't work out. So they agreed to just co-parent and do their thing, and that's respected. Now, I don't take him to be a liar because I've never experienced him lying to me. So I don't take him for that, but at the same time, y'all, you just can't trust no man. I'm just saying. You just can't. You gotta go with what what seems to be right. And even if they're not labeled as together in a relationship, it's still strong ties that they have. I mean, y'all have a baby, and who's to say that you won't end up being with her, at a later time. And then you got somebody like me in the mix who trying to spin the block with you when you cool with spinning the block and shit, and it ain't gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know. So before I just indulged too much into it, I did ask him about his situation. So once we got over that conversation, I immediately went on to speak about how um like my definition of spin the block isn't sexual. Like, I'm not trying to spin the block and just be sexual or intimate with you, whatever. Like, I'm trying to not pick up where we left off, but kind of start over. Because I felt as though we were good together, and we could have did a lot of good things, like, for real. Out of everybody, I say we could have did a lot of good things. And it would have definitely took a lot of work between he and I to make the situation or the relationship successful. But I believe it could have been just that. But sometimes, people are meant to, you know, break up or not be together to figure things out or find themselves in certain way. And then sometimes, it comes back and it can be something really good. So in my mind, that's that's a thought that I had. So, I presented it to him or whatnot, and I asked him how he felt about it. Because I don't know if this man still, like, I know he cared for me, but I don't know if he is, like, in a position to where he feels like he want to be with me or work on anything. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I just want to see. So he said he was cool with it. He said he was down with it, whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, what about, just hypothetically speaking, like, if we end up starting over and dating and be end up being with each other, like, how would that work out, being that you have a new baby and the child's mother, like, y'all have ties together, and how would that work? Like, I don't want to push nobody to the left, and I'm not gonna stop nobody from taking care of their business, their baby. You get what I mean? Like, I'll never do that. But if I'm your woman, then I'm a priority as well. And of course, your daughter is a priority. And I know people say, your wife or your significant other is more important than kids. I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm not with all that shit. It's the kids. It's always gonna be the kids for me. So yeah, but it's just like it will become some kind of conflict because it'll be so many things in between it. Me thinking, well, we're like we together. Where you spending your time? Like, are you backtracking with your baby mama? Are y'all slick rekindling something, and then vice versa? Baby mama could feel some different. It's like, oh, you got your little girlfriend, even though they not together. You got your little girlfriend, and she feels some type of way because you spending less time over there in your spare time. But now you got a girl, so you can't spend your spare time always with her, but you make sure you are spending time with your child and you're doing what you're supposed to do for your child. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of trying to balance out um the time that you have with your girl and with your child. But the baby mama is getting upset because it's not something that she's used to, or you done change the dynamics of y'all situation, and she not feeling it. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that come into play with it, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it could have been worth it. Um, if we were on the same page for real. And I say that because ever since that day that we talked about that and we had our conversation, like, I haven't heard from him. So it makes me definitely feel like, damn, he didn't mean what he really said. You know what I mean? Like, he just, I don't know what that was, but I don't like that feeling. I'm not gonna cap. I don't like that feeling. So I was just like, you know what? I gotta analyze myself. I continuously put myself in situations that I hurt my own feelings. That's just what it is. I hurt my own feelings because, first of all, I'm double backing to something that didn't work out before. Not only that, I be knowing the truth. I be knowing what's what and the great possibility of something not working. But it be that other little part of me, like, it could work. It probably could happen. I'ma see. You know what I'm saying? And then when it all don't work, it makes me mad. Or it hurts my feelings. And then I'm like, damn, I kinda knew that though. I just kinda wanted to see, but me always kinda wanting to see always let me see, and then now my feelings hurt. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, it just sucks though. Like, it really just sucks, and I don't like it. And I'm not in the business of hurting nobody's feelings, and I don't want nobody to be in the business of hurting mine. So I'm okay with straightforward. I'm okay with saying, if somebody would have said, well, look, I appreciate the conversation, but I ain't feeling you like that no more. I ain't on that type of time with you. You know what I'm saying? But I wish you well. Baby, my feelings probably be like, damn. But the grown woman in me is gonna be like, I respect it. You told me straight up what it was. And that's what it is. And I can't be mad at you about it, you know what I'm saying? But when you let shit linger, you don't, you have a conversation with somebody, you don't contact them or call them prior to a situation, a moment, or a conversation. And it's like they don't know really what it like. I know. I'm gonna take it upon myself and say I know, because if I haven't talked to you in a week from the time I talked to you then, and we came up with this, like conversation on what we're gonna do, and I haven't heard from you, sir, that means hey, you occupied. You hear me? You occupied, and I don't fit in, and that's cool. I don't fit in. I ain't mad about it, but too, you know how sometimes men handle things differently too. Like they can feel rejected from a female or ex or something, and some kind of, or they could feel like their feelings was hurt by this person. And when that person be like, okay, look, I want to try again, or I want to spin the block, and they like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to spin the block. But whole time they ain't really trying to spin the block. They want to get revenge. It's gonna make them feel good and feed their ego a little bit. And then you be left out here looking like me. I don't know. I ain't saying this what he did, but I'm just saying it's fitting. It's fitting. It's fitting. But it ain't. I don't harbor no bad feelings about the shit. It's just I've learned to take a lot of stuff in this life with a grain of salt. And I still do a lot of foolish shit though. I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold y'all like I'm perfect. Or I'm the smartest person in the room, but I ain't the dumbest. I'm just free. I'm free spirited, and sometimes it leads me to places or people I may not need to entertain again or ever. But it is what it is, and just have hey, I'm rolling. I'm just rolling with the punches. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But let me hop into this though, because I do want to get my little game out the way. I want y'all to kind of experience, the little card game that I was speaking on earlier. Um, and I do want to shout out somebody, a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say her name. She's definitely gonna be a surprise guest on the next conversations with Nisha. Um, we're gonna play this game more in depth. I'm just gonna go through like a couple cards right now, just to kind of give y'all a feel and give myself a feel too. Like I said, I did go over it. Well, not go over, it, but I kind of skimmed through it real quick last night when it was delivered. But um, the next episode, I'm definitely gonna have it set up to where y'all don't want to miss. This next person that I'm gonna have on is a beautiful friend of mine. She's very intellectual. Um, and she has good insight on a lot of things, and her experiences um is one hell of a story. So yeah, I think it's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be real fun. So I do want to start with this. Let me see. Okay, this is just, I guess, if you were playing this game with a, a significant other or a friend. It says, what memory do you have of us that you will never forget? So, by me talking about the person that I'm talking about, I'll say a memory of him. The memory that I have of him that I'll never forget is it's a couple. I'm gonna just name two of them. It's a few, I mean, but I'm gonna name a couple. So one of them would be my first time meeting him at a little, what we call this, a little set at it was his sister house, I think, at the time, his mama house. It was cool. It was like a lot of us coworkers, and I met him there, and we just we instantly vibed. Like we had strong, strong chemistry. Then it was unbreakable. It was crazy. And another time was when we officially got together. Valentine's Day came, and I'm the person who normally go all out and do special things for people for Valentine's Day, but he definitely did something special for me, and it wasn't real big and all out, but it was like the thought that counted, and it was amazing to me. Um, that was definitely one of the highlights for me because he made me feel special in a lot of ways. But yeah, so that was that. um, okay, I could say this one for myself. This one says, "How do you find peace?" Mm, how do you find peace? I haven't. I haven't found peace just yet. Um, yeah, I haven't quite found peace yet. I'm still working on that because I'm still working on myself. So that's that's where I'm at. Um, I skipped that one. I skipped that one too. Okay, this one is cool. This next one says, "What would you say is your initial reaction to conflict?" So my initial reaction to conflict, and I guess this is just like meaning any conflict, would be to kind of check somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever conflict it is with somebody, either somebody is right and somebody's wrong. So whoever's wrong, I'm definitely gonna like, hey, you know, my reaction to it. Let me rewind it. Let me quit lying. Let me not lie. It depends. It depends if I'm in the middle of it or I know somebody or whatever and they ask me my opinion. Because I don't insert myself in certain conflicts. But if it comes to me, then I have an opinion on it. But it's always respectful. And I try to stay away from certain conflicts too, because I know I'm still working on me. And my initial reaction would be to throw hands, but I'm grown and I got kids and I ain't trying to go to jail, so we gonna say that. That is so crazy. Wow. Let me go through this and see one more. I'm gonna do one more for y'all. Okay, I'll do this one. It says, "In what ways do you believe in me?" So again, I'll go back to the person that I was talking about. Um, the ways that I believed in him was, yo, that's wow. I don't even want to answer that. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't even want to answer that one right there. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, it says, if you had more time, where would you spend it? At home. I'm not gonna lie. If I had more time, I would spend it at home for sure because I enjoy where I stay. I like where I stay. It's spacious. I like to see my accomplishments, and the fact that I'm living in one of them, it makes me appreciate a lot of things, and it makes me proud. So yeah, that was that. And again, y'all, this is a card game. If y'all want to, hold on, let me see. So my light. Ugh. If y'all want to purchase it, it is available on Amazon. I think I paid like $29 for it, so it's not that expensive. Um, I'm going to buy a lot of more of them too because they have a lot of different additions to this. The different couple editions. I think they have the Friends edition. They just got a lot of them, and they are all so interesting. And again, I did see about this first on B Simone and her friend podcast when they were friends, and I just thought it was so interesting to me. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get some more for sure. I'm gonna get some more for sure. But for right now, that is my time. And I'm glad that you all were able to come and share this time with me. Again, I do appreciate all the people who support me. I appreciate everybody for subscribing, tuning in to watch, liking, sharing, um, reposting on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you see my podcast because I know I could get the when I get ready to drop my little episodes, baby, I get ready. I get ready to go down my entire log to I don't even know these people, but I'm gonna tag y'all so y'all can go ahead and get on there and like and subscribe. Okay? Run me up. Run me up. And if y'all got certain things that y'all want me to talk about, or certain topics, feel free to comment under my YouTube my YouTube channel, my post in the comments or whatever, and we can work that out. Like seriously. And if you all need to get in contact with me for anything, or you just want to, show your appreciation or just support, I'm on Facebook sometimes. I'm on TikTok most of the time, so you can find me on TikTok at divine_goddess. That is, I think it's underscore, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all, that's crazy, Auntie O. But yeah, it's definitely divine goddess on TikTok. Now I want to pull it up real quick because I be forgetting. That's crazy, but it's okay. It is okay. Oh, and as well as Instagram. On Instagram, my name is Crown Me Kanisha on there. So yeah, you can definitely find me on those joints right there. Now let me get this name for you because um it is Divine Goddess for sure. It's Divine Goddess absolutely on TikTok. However, baby, what's this? What's going on? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay. But yeah, it's divine. It's not underscore, it's divine. Divine God is on TikTok. So yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all no more. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until the next time. Peace out.